I concur with all the wonderful remarks you made about the past, and you pay tribute to all the various organisations out there in Westport that has provided so much activity in Westport, provided so much entertainment for our young people in the town. But to start the ball rolling, I just want to say is, I want, first of all, as an elected member of this council for 20 years, and for the last 5 years ago, I had the honour as an independent of heading the poll in this town, which was a great honour for me and for the people who elected me. As I said on that particular night, on the night of my election as Councillor, it was a sad night for me in one way, because my mother wasn't there to see that happen. And if she was there, I'd be so happy. And I said the same thing to Councillor Maguire when I sent her a goodwill message on last Monday. How proud Mr Maguire would have been if she had seen Teresa being elected to Mayo County Council. But I will refer to the three councillors later on. But what I do have to say is, first of all, let me, as a community person, pay tribute to all the staff here at Westport Town Council, the manager, Martin, Patrick, our engineer, Eamon, the foreman, but above all, to Anne, Rosemary, and a former member of this council staff, Claire, who's in the gallery. For me, they were always there for me. For me, they were the answer on the phone to any queries I ever met. And I want to thank them for that. And indeed, all the staff at Westport Town Council, indoors and the staff outdoors. They've been tremendous to the people of this community. They maybe not everything was agreed to at a certain time, but everything worked out fine. And great tribute is especially for the outdoor staff and indoor staff at Westport Town Council. But above all, the staff who made the Westport Town Council, along with Dermot, in this council chamber. It was absolutely brilliant the way they operated. And for me as a town councillor, it was very easy to have an answer for people when they needed an answer. Let me also, at this stage, before I go on, is to wholeheartedly agree with your comments in relation to the three new elected county councillors that we have the honour of sending from this council to the Mayo County Council. We have Councillor Brendan Leroy, whose mother and father and family are so proud of him. He did it the hard way. Teresa did it the hard way. How happy her mother and father would be today if they were around. Christy, as a person from Tuam who came to make Westport his hometown, I want to say well done to Christy, well done to his wife, well done to his children. And I look forward to seeing the children at the indoor programs when we start there in October. I no doubt Christy will have them there every Saturday morning, because Christy's a sportsman and a community person, and he proved that in the ballot box. For Brendan, I want to say once again, I'm delighted to be, Brendan, that you were elected. No better friend of mine could have been elected to that new authority at Mayo County Council, and I cried with joy actually when you went and achieved your goal to become a member of the town council.
That makes three of us.
It wasn't easy. it wasn't easy, but I'm sure it was on many occasions, but you did it. And indeed, Brendan, when you take your seat at that county council, you will be replacing another former Westport great here, Councillor Adams. She's been so long in this chamber, it's been so long here, served the people of this community. I know that you're going to follow in her footsteps. And I know you won't let the people of this down, you won't let the youth down, and above all, me working along with you won't let me down, I know, in anything, and any issues that I will have, and I will have many issues. For me, as a councillor, as a community person, as a councillor, it ends tonight, thanks to Minister Phil Hogan and his cronies in government. They decided that they get rid of the town councils, so the town councils are gone, but hopefully the life goes on, and life will go on for me. And as you're the outgoing Councillor of the council today, I just want to say, and give a message to the people out there, and give a message to the press that's present here, is for me, life won't end. Life will only begin now, because I know I have a lot to do as a community person. I will be out there with the most vulnerable people, I will be out there with the elderly, I will be out there with the sick, and I will be out there to help people in the midst of winter when they need that little bit of extra warmth and happiness. I intend as a community person bringing that joy and happiness. Hopefully when I have my bucket in my hands and various other things to collect, people will support me on that. Because anything we get or anything our volunteers get, it helps the people to alleviate their problems in this town. Not just on fuel, but it's just on electricity bills, gas bills, and various vouchers, food vouchers, which is very important for families. I achieved that last winter. I achieved it right up until the middle of March, thanks be to God. And thanks to the generosity and kindness of business people, community people in town who supported me, clubs that supported me. But I will be out again doing that same thing as a community person. Saying that, I will be still working within the realms of Westport Town Council, as I said to Annie earlier on, and Rosemary and Martin and various other people. I will have many queries and problems that I will have to lift the phone, and no doubt when I do that, they will be there at the end of the line to help me. I'm there to help the people of this community. I'm there to serve the people of this community, and as a community person, I will do that. And once again, I have to say thanks to the very generous business people, from doctors to everybody. When I go to them, they do support me, and they give me that little bit, maybe €50, €100, maybe a check. That all goes into an account, and that account is there for the benefit of the people. And stress. May I also just say at this stage, I want to acknowledge the wonderful efforts that this all has been made by our local Vincent de Paul Society. I work very closely with them. But the work they do, it has to be acknowledged. The work they do and the happiness and joy that they brought to so many people in the great difficulty. They lifted their spirits. They gave them what they could give, and God knows, when they couldn't afford it, they went and they gave them as much as possible. But it did help those people, and I want to say publicly tonight, as a community person, thanks to the Vincent de Paul in Westport, its volunteers, its members, for the wonderful work they do for the people in this town. Finally, on my youth programme, my work goes on with the young people in this town. At the moment, we are doing advice groups. We have 2 groups in Westport that gives advice to young people who seem under great stress at the moment. We do that privately. We do it behind closed doors, where we bring them in and we encourage them that life is a lot better out there without them taking drastic other ideas, steps in their minds. You know what I'm getting at when I speak about that. But hopefully our work that we're doing there, and the time I spend with those people in great stress and difficulty, that I've changed their lives some way, and that's what I will continue to do. No, but not too many knows about that. But we do that, and there's many people out there with great stress. They have great tendencies in their head to do this and do that. But I encourage them, and along with a few other wonderful volunteers, to go another road. They have done that, and many of them have become great people today as a result of that. There's many problems out there among our young people. There's the drugs problem out there, not just in Westport, but all over in every society. There's a drugs problem. I will be hopefully play my part in getting youngsters away from drugs. But my work continues on a voluntary basis with the people of this community, both old and young. But my work continues also with the young people. And we have a big program of youth activities coming up for the young people, and that incorporates quite a lot. And may I just say to this town council, again, thanks for their wonderful contributions to so many youth organisations in Westport.